you smell funny. You smell funny. Hello. Good morning, people, and everyone else in between. Probably can't say that, but sure. How are we all? In for another day of bullshittery. We might go see if we can can't hear right now. Working 2D4 tower defense 4. I'm gonna assume that's what that is. Put some music back on. Test drive. I think that's the third time someone said that, and I'm like, God, tower defense. Purdue. What weapon is that? RPD. Cool, I need that after anyway. Alright, let's we got that stupid fucking quest going to kill Rashala with a toy gun, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna try to do that anyway. Keyword there, try. Yeah, don't like that. To me. Did I fucking charge my phone? It's at 5%. Zuta, 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 zuta. Hate that. Alright, let's go. Don't know what that is. fuck is going on there? Don't know where the hell that is. Well, we got Rashala. Hey, Zero, how are you? Oh. Appreciate the 10 months there, Zero. I love you. Love you long time. Is someone still around? Appreciate the 10 months there, buddy. $14 more kills, just earned test drive 4. You're going to be behind. Yes, I know. But have you killed Rashala with a toy gun? Because I have. Oh. I'm gonna say probably not. The discs are one tapping, yes. They're like 200 meters per second and like 25 damage or something. Oh, man's looted and dipped. Power's on and they're getting out that way, I think. All the hardest bits done anyway. Oh, we got Rashala. Ribbit. Now we just need 3 guards apparently. Speaking of which, how many did I actually kill? Just Rashala. Bugger. Oh, does it? I don't even know if there is a secondary quest. I don't even know what you get for killing. Fucking why is that always empty? So fucking annoying. Do it, you won't. I wouldn't, I'm too boring. Donate. We hit a goal yesterday. I think this is number 6. Black card. Key card. Oh yeah. Fence. Big gun. WZ wallet. Blue card. Nice. Clout keeper. Nice. Come back down here. Check over here. Nothing. Nothing. Peacekeeper. No cards. No cards. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, look, black card. No, it's a blank RFID. We need that for the thing I checked. Nice. Yeah, well, there you go. That's why I always double check. I didn't forget, I just had to re-look. I think that's everything anyway. But still, I think I've gotten... I've found 2 or 3 already. So, rip. Well, he just died. Scared the shit out of me. Hey, Pure, how are ya? Next week. Oh man, brought drums. Next week. I had yesterday off and I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'll take today off as well. Because there's no point in me going back one day and they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing for me to do at the moment, so it's kind of fucking irritating. So I'd rather just take some... what's the word for it? Might as well just do this. But the day or two, I did half my assignment yesterday as well, so I'm like, you know, smashing those out. What was it? I'm getting the urge to play Tarkov again. Yeah, might as well. I know it's heading into wipe soon, so it's sort of a good time to do it. But yeah, no, I thought, fuck it, I might as well just take some time off. More time off, because I took all of last week off as well. But my contract finished. I swapped down a grade. I might as well just rinse and start again. Start next Tuesday after everything, and then go from there. Hopefully they'll figure out what they want to do with me, you know what I mean? But yeah, long story, backstory for that Zero is donating to Game on Cancer. So part of the superhero streamers. We hit our goal yesterday, which was amazing already off the bat. So we moved the goal yesterday. So a little bit higher than it was before. Doing. What's the sub goal for hitting it? I didn't set one, Yam. Legitimately, it was day one of the campaign. I haven't thought about setting any yet. I was thinking about doing a giveaway of like some of my merch or something. Because look, I'm not good at setting sub goals, man. You know this. My usual go-to is like, oh, you know, we hit this, I'll give 5 gifted subs to the people. Like, if you have a suggestion, I'm willing to listen. And no, I'm not shaving my head or my beard. Wow, Forest. Is that a player? Yay! Zero with the $20. I love that. Appreciate you, brother. I'm fishing and watching you right now, so delete the gamma. Yeah, I feel like that would be a higher end thing, like someone donates $1,000 or something. I love that sound. The little drum there with good old Zero donating. I appreciate you. Yeah. Sorry, I do that all the time. I appreciate you, Zero. Thank you very much for joining the cause, for joining the team. So used to yelling at Yam for doing something dodgy, but it's just like the natural thing that comes out. Appreciate you, Yam, with the 11 months subscription. Appreciate it. Fucking, I built this last night, Yam. You'd love it. Fucking sword and shit. It's fucking killer. Great cause, mate. I love helping. No, you're welcome. I am glad that I can help provide. I did kill a fucking guard. I shot him with a fucking fuck. I shot him. So that person I shot was a guard, I think. And then this big fucking chonker with these fucking laser cannons. Painting and these are gonna suck. But where's the box? These were delivered the other day. So no, actually, I built this dude. So I can turn this on. So I built this dude. A dreadnought. These were delivered the other day. Got some riders. Got 3 of those. Yeah, 3 riders. What else we got here? So yeah, we got the Centurions. One's come off the base. That's not a good sign. Oh, it's glue tacked on, so we're good. That means that, oh, they're both glue tacked on. That must be a method people use. Glue tacking. Because I don't know about the glue tack. I think people use glue tack to like stick arms and stuff on together and then they paint it. Whereas I'm just like, just fucking stick it together. We'll paint it as we go. Yeah, there's another one. Big tanky boy. Man goes to fucking Coles and Woolworths, the looks of it. And then the last one we got was a Raider tank. Which I think is fucking cool, but it's going to be fucking painful to get in there and... What's the word for... Oh, what is that? Something just fell off. Oh, that's the... There goes. Okay, that's on that. Alright, cool. Bit too loose on that one, so I got to fix that one. So yeah, that's another set of stuff I've got going on, so I can help out with... I got a game coming up next weekend versus a friend of ours. He's playing Towel at the moment, so I'm probably gonna lose, but the we got the laser cannon Centurions are great for anti-tank or anti-vehicle. So we'll, hopefully, you never know, that might actually work. I did read what you said. I'm not ignoring you. Throw on some videos to enhance. Alright, I'll do that. Been meaning to do, like, I've... It's interesting stuff when you look at, like, enhancing stuff like that. We'll go straight back in. Everything's good. Let's go look at YouTube. We'll pause that sound. That hurts. That hurts. Warhammer base painting. Base terrain. Base terrain. Oh, let's look at that.
So, you want to become the best there is at basing.
Get the fuck out of me.
Don't fret, because today we'll take you to third base. From a basing virgin all the way to a basing god. Basing your miniatures and Warhammer figures is one of my favorite part of the hobby. Because the basing on a miniature matters just as much as the painting can do for the finished end product. It can be daunting to get started, but trust me when I say a good looking base can take your shitty looking miniatures and make
Shitty looking miniatures.
And the best thing is, unlike with painting, basing does
hang on, I gotta get my fucking medication. Oh.
not require years and years of practice.
I think I follow that guy. Oh, do you? Fucking straight in already. Oh, probably. Ooh, almost set my coffee then. Oh. Strength at level 23. Death vote to watch more of it. Oh, we'll watch more, alright? What the hell? Fucking didn't even hear that, dude. Must have been a team. Oh, plus I caught a catfish. Fuck yeah. Things that taste like dirt water. WD32D. Yeah, what a fucking name. The one round to the head. Shitter. 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 I need to figure out, right, so I don't want to use that. I need to use... I can get rid of that one, because that one's fucking... not working. Oh, it's that one.
You can make something look amazing the first time you try. Of course, over the years you're going to get better, you're gonna make better compositions, and you're gonna learn new things and get new tools to add to your arsenal. But even without any previous knowledge, we're gonna make you great. So hopefully today you're gonna learn how to make awesome desert bases, landscapes, dark dank dungeons, forest bases, ocean views, icy landscapes, heck maybe even lava bases. We'll give you the ins and outs of what you need to create these bases, some quick tips and tricks on how to utilize these tools, what things you need to buy, and what things you can find for free to make your basing good without spending any money.
Sounds good.
I've split this video into a couple of different chapters to make your life easier. So let's start at the very
It's probably one of my first
basing your first
that I've really watched, to be honest with you.
Classical way of basing your Warhammer minis is quite simple. We have two different ways of doing it. Let's start with the one that I started with. You just simply add a coat of PVA glue to your miniature. You sprinkle a little bit of sand on top of it, and once it's done, you spray it, paint it with one color, and dry brush it. If you picked up a set of grass tufts, you can just add 1 or 2 grass tufts, and bada bing, bada boom, you have your first base. And there's absolutely
That's what I thought about
nothing
doing.
wrong with this base. The second most common one, and maybe even slightly easier, is using texture pastes. That could be from Games Workshop or Vallejo, it doesn't matter.
What did you call me?
Add a coat of that, let it dry for a bit, and then you dry brush with a slightly brighter color. The main issue that I have with this type of basing is that these bases look just like everyone else's, and they don't really tell any story. There's many ways that we can improve this, and it doesn't have to cost you a ton of money, and it doesn't have to require a lot of time. So let's start thinking outside the box, and we can do that as well with these miniatures. Just one thing that we can do is to add interesting colors. Maybe instead of having a gray or a brown base, we can make it green or blue. Maybe we can add a light glow from one of the sides that then adds a bit of interest to your basing. But this is pretty much like every time Lucas puts on makeup, it's like polishing a turd.
What the hell, Emil?
So let's get into the more advanced advice. Let's bring out some fun tools to use, because we're gonna make these bases look way more fun and interesting. Chapter 2. Good things to buy. So to get to the next level with your basing, you need more materials. Which ones? Well, that's up for debate. That depends on what miniature bases you want to do. So when you're gonna buy your first miniature tools, make sure that you have an idea of the style of the miniature bases you want to do. Is it a lava base? Is it a jungle base? Is it a sci-fi base? What you purchase is gonna be pretty much dependent on which theme you go with. And the ones that I'm gonna list now are all going to cost you a little bit of money. But the good thing is, when we're done with these ones that cost money, I have a list filled with stuff that you can get for free for your basing. And let's start with the basic, glue.
Well, no
no
shit.
matter which basing you're gonna do, you're gonna need glue. The two most common ones that we use for basing is PVA glue and super glue, and we use these for more than 99% of our bases. We use the super glue or the cyanoacrylate, whichever you like to call it, whenever we do something that needs to dry quickly. If we're gluing a branch together with a miniature, we use the super glue. If we're using sand and we need to do 100 of them and we need them to dry in a second, super glue and an activator is for you. PVA glue is more situational. We mostly use the PVA glue when we do a lot of bases and they can dry overnight. That's when we add sand on top of PVA glue.
Oh, PVA glue. Come at me, bruh.
Прямо берцы!
Which one? PVA glue bit or super glue? I don't think they're here.
Gonna kill you all, bastards! Эй, земляк, мы стреляем.
Not here. The only thing I've been wanting to do is stick like a Tyranid underneath someone's foot, but that's all I've come to with design basing, but what is it? I've never heard of it either. Well, that'll teach you. Activate it just for a second step. Making stuff dry. 5. Okay. How does that happen? How does that happen? How does that happen? How does that happen? Fucking how many rounds do I need to put in him and then just I'd fall over? J minus head-eyes me, 500 error count, going to say there's some sort of fucking funniness there. One taps me straight off the bat. Gonna say a bit sus, but I'm biased. Fuck's sakes. Might need to change it up a bit, I think. We might grab an RPD. And go somewhere else. I think light interchange might be the best one for that one. When it decides to fucking load.
Or maybe coconut fiber. We also use the PVA glue as sort of a protection layer for when we use XPS foam to create a base. Because otherwise there's a risk that it melts from the cyanoacrylate or from the primers that you use. So covering XPS foam or styrofoam with a layer of PVA glue is fantastic for base. And speaking of sand and coconut fiber, let's move on to the second recommendation of things to buy, and that is ground texture. You need something that adds ground texture, and the most simple one is sand. But it can also be one of those pre-mixed ground textures that we mentioned earlier. We have versions from AK Interactive, Vallejo, and Games Workshop. You can get these in a ton of different styles. Maybe it's arena sand or it's mud texture. There's a ton of them and it's fun to try out. One of my personal favorite ground textures is coconut fiber. I get this from IKEA and it just looks amazing as a forest floor. But you can also use a ton of things that you have at home. You can pick up dirt from outside. You can ground up tea leaves and it's gonna look a little bit more like a forest ground as well. But do remember, whenever you use stuff you have at home or that you find outside, make sure that it is sterile, that you've killed all the bacteria that's inside there. Cook it in the oven on a low temperature for a few minutes and hopefully all the animals and fungi inside there is dead. And when it comes to ground texture, you can never have too many different versions. Because having a variety of textures, maybe having sand as if there's a path on your base, and then having that coconut fiber on the side as if it's forest ground on the side of that pathway, creates a strong variation and can really make your bases look cool. So try to collect a bunch of different ones over the years when you do minis. Hopefully you'll be able to make a cool looking ground texture. Which brings us to the third recommendation, ground elevation. There's a ton of things that you can use to create elevation of your bases. The most common one is cork coasters from IKEA. But you can also use XPS foam as we mentioned earlier, or styrofoam, or maybe even branches. Anything you can use to build volume is good. The important thing to note is you don't want this ground elevation to look like the thing that it is. If you have XPS foam, you don't want it to look like XPS foam, right? You want it to look like maybe a rock, or maybe you cover it with sand to make it look like a sandy hill. Because I don't know how many bases I've seen where you just slap a piece of cork on top of the base and you dry brush it with gray and you say that it's a rock, but it just looks like cork that's been dry brushed. So if you're using cork, maybe start removing the edges of it, make it high enough and then round and remove all the flat surfaces so that it really looks like a rock, or maybe sculpt on top of it. If you have XPS foam, make sure to cut it with a sharp knife that it gets, you know, sharp edges and make it look like a rock or a mountainside. We've done this a couple of times on different dioramas, like my display board for my iron jaws as an example. And lastly, make sure that it feels like this ground elevation is part of the environment and not just lying on top of it. So that means if you have your ground texture, coconut fiber or sand, make sure it goes up all the way to the edge of the rock. Maybe cover that edge that makes it feel like the cork is just sitting on top of the base. Make it feel like it's a big rock that's sunken into that sand or coconut fiber. If not, your base is gonna look like poo.
You like poo.
Fourthly, you need things that looks like rocks. And now I don't mean just cork coasters. You need other things. Here's the thing, you can use regular rocks, put them on your base and they might look like a rock. The problem is that you cannot really in an easy way shape the rocks so that they look...
No, you cannot shape rocks because they're rocks. Alright, 30. Here we go. "30 kills, come at me." You need to get the minimum of 14 to catch up to Yam. Oh, 14 plus 9? Okay, so 23. Get the shit out of me, that did. It's a bet we find nothing. One. Mm.
Вылезай, да, козёлы нахрен, вылезай!
Four. Five.
Вон он, упырь!
Six.
Вон Вон он упырь!
He's above. Just there. Go find killer? Nah. Yeah, someone's upstairs. Other. It sounds like there's two of them. There he is. It's in that building there. In German, or general, sorry. I think he was expecting that. Man got fucking skadooshed. Sucks to be you, my dude. Jesus.
Сука, ёбнули нашего! Вот петух!
Alright, let's go to power station. Not power station, Amacon. We could get now, eh? Jesus fucking Christ. Man, was not. Is that killer? Is that actually killer? That's starting to look like killer. Yep, that's killer. We just killer. Nice. And we got a yellow card. Well then. Talk about succeeding. So we got that yesterday, Rashala. Really kill knights. Gonna kill him 12 more times to get that achievement. Which is a bit annoying because it means we can't prestige until we get that. We'll get one of them at least. Or we sort of just aim for one per fucking So that explains now why that hurt so much. Not gonna lie, the last couple of days I found so many cards. Like, I'm pretty sure I found a full set. I think Violet's the only one I don't have. Master of Ultra Eliminate Killer 100 times while playing a PMC. Not Vengeful Killer. I like tracksuit clothing. Don't be a little bitch, go for it. If I remember correctly, yeah, that's 50 now. They changed it. What the hell's that? Look, I could be wrong. They could have changed it back, but
Just let us pass and you will be spent.
Ankle battery. Finish my coffee. Cheers. Fuck, that was full sugar. Well, so we'll put it this way, right? I need to survive 12 raids on Light Interchange to finish shopping, that shopping quest. So that means if I get killer every one of those 6 more times, that will take me to 9, which then I'll only need to get him 4 more times, which will get me that basic achievement. And then from 15, I only need to kill him, what, 35 more times? Now I gotta kill Killer. The Killer quest is coming up. I've got the Goons quest coming up. And then hopefully we'll have the guide not too long after that. And then well, look, I'm fairly certain we're close to Kappa.
Journey that we gotta take. I cannot give up on what I've
Righty. Killer. We killed Killer. Killer. My fucking ankle is killing me today. Dad, put it back up. Dad. Dad. Oh, can't win.
The way that you want them to look. Unless you have a diamond bladed saw, then you're not gonna be able to shape that rock and make it sit flat on the base. But maybe you're able to find one that looks amazing. The second problem with regular rocks is that they are heavy. So if you drop your base, the miniature is going to break. Like, you cannot drop a base with a rock on it without breaking the meat. And it's almost impossible to find a large enough amount good looking rocks to make your miniatures look really good on those rock bases. There is one exception, and that is slate, because those are quite easy to break. If you have a bigger rock, you can break them into small pieces. They're quite thin and easy to make look somewhat flat.
We're gonna have to sell some shit.
If you decide to go with this route, make sure that you paint the rocks, because if you just put the rocks there, they're just gonna look like real life rocks. You want them to feel like they're part of the miniatures world, so add paint on top of them. Instead, what I would recommend you to use is bark, and I have two types of bark that I normally recommend. One of them is cork bark that I just find at my local pet shop or aquarium store. This one is super easy to break apart and to make look like rock pieces. The second you add paint to it, it looks like a better looking rock for the scale. And the second one that I recommend is pine bark. It is just so easy to use. You add a small piece of it. It looks like slate, but without the weight of the slate. Now you learned everything you need to know about rocks. Let's move on to grass tufts. Grass tufts.
There you go. That's all the cards I've gotten. Hang on. That's all the cards I've gotten recently. All from Marked Room. So legitimately all I need now is a violet and I have the full fucking set. How's that? Fucking crazy. Alright, how many more do we got? We got 16 there, yeah? 16, not bad. So we got 14 to go.
Massive collection of grass tufts. Okay, it might be an addiction, but I love them. Honestly, having a bunch of varied grass tufts and just putting them on the simplest base can still make that simple base look fantastic. It is like the shortcut to making a shitty base look like an average base. And you don't have to spend a ton of money, at least compared to if you're spending money to build an entire army. For 20 bucks you can have 4 different styles of grass tufts, and that should be way enough to make an entire army look pretty amazing. I'm a big proponent of having at least 3 different sizes of grass tufts for your armies, and if you can and you can afford it, buy even more. You buy one super small one that's more like a moss-sized, super tiny grass tuft. You buy one that's medium-sized, maybe it's a regular grass tuft or it's a grass tuft with flowers, and you buy a bigger one like the spiky tufts from Gamer's Grass. Having 3 versions of it and just adding a few to every base is gonna lift your entire army.
I might do that.
And if you are like me, just keep buying one more set of grass tufts every month until you die. And that's when you're going to have to start buying not just 1 or 2 or 3 different cabinets to store grass tufts. You're gonna need like 8 of them, but it's worth it. In our office we have flowers, we have big bushes, we have small bushes, we have green stuff world bushes.
I hope he's talking about tufts first.
Grass tufts, we have midland grass tufts, we have icy grass tufts, we have alien grass tufts. But those are ugly, don't buy those. And don't be afraid to paint your grass tufts. If you don't have the exact
He's talking about your
colors
mouth.
that matches
Yeah.
the idea that you want to have for your base, paint it. You can use washes to paint them, you can use regular acrylics and dry brush on top of them. And some cheaper grass tufts are very plasticky, so they have this like plastic sheen to them. If you spray them with ultramatte varnish, boom! They're gonna fit even better with your bases. So don't be afraid to experiment, buy as much as you can afford, because it's worth it. And now let's talk about a different type of grass tufts, the laser cut grass tufts. One of our all-time favorite grass tuft brands, Gamer Grass, have recently started making laser flowers and plants. And these are like a cheat code to make jungle bases look good. Like really, really good.
Straight into it. No, we're pretty close. Hit the power. Head on in. Rack up 14 kills and get the fuck out. Let's do it. I think the only thing I've got left to do is that fuck you game. Is the Tarkov shooter that I know I need to finish. I think I need 3 more headshots at 45 meters, so I might just have to take a bolty into customs and just perch up somewhere and try and get it done. But within saying that, I also need to get the PKP from fucking Kaban. So it could be a streets run. Oh, thank you. I haven't got my scat case this wipe either. How terrible is that? $13. Fucking 3 computers. Doesn't happen very often. Is that a laser over there? What's the key for the medical room down below the escalators coming in through the front entrance? Pharmacy? Yeah, I think it's pharmacy. Could be wrong with that though. Supposedly that room got buffed. Fuck would they have buffed it with? Whoa! Actually spawning stuff in it? Yeah, I was gonna say. That makes more sense with the actually spawning something in there. What is that? RBVOK, look at that. We are racking it up today, ladies and gentlemen. Killing it. I think that gives me a, that's actually another mark room key for dorms. And you didn't want to stream. No, I did not. What's going on here? What is going on here? Breakfast.
Nice.
That's what's going on here. Glass there. Okay. Don't know where he was. Don't know, maybe down the end there. Don't know. Hitman Agent 47, head ears. Or he must have been just sitting down somewhere, being a rat. Don't know. Kudos, I guess. Kudos, I guess.
So if you're building like a Katashan army or Lizardman army, complementing your grass tufts with one of these. Water effects. We are suckers for water effects. And we might have tried a little bit too many different kinds of water effects on different types of miniatures and scenes. And we've come to the conclusion that they're all great, just for different things. Let's start with UV resin, which is such a simple tool to use if you want to make drool effects, water splashes, small puddles, waves, droplets, just a ton of different things as long as you're using it in a small scale. And if you add a little bit of fluorescent paint to it, well, you can make it look like Nurgle pus lying on the ground, just waiting to be eaten. And to use it, it's just this simple. You add the water to whatever you want to do, in the shape that you want to have it, if it's a drool or if it's a water puddle. Then add UV torch to harden it, and voila, you have a finished water base. 2-component clear cast resin is just fantastic if you want to create bigger bodies of water or ice effects. Our personal favorite brand for 2-component resin is Resin of Sweden, and you are going to thank us later. We also have gel medium, which comes from a ton of different brands. The most common one that you can find is probably from Vallejo, which is just called water texture. This one is great to use if you want to create drool, if you want to add like a glossy effect to like a beach.
I don't remember which weapon, which that one, I think it is, by the looks of it. Yeah, that's alright. That's fine. That works.
Edge, or if you want to have the wavy ripples on top of the 2-component river that you've done. And if you want to do small waves on your Warhammer bases, then adding a bit of cotton fiber, dabbing a little bit of this on top of it, bada bing, bada boom, you're gonna have amazing looking wave effects on your bases. There's other brands that make even more variations of this. You have Woodland Scenics, you have AK Interactive, Green Stuff makes some stuff, and we haven't used a terrible one except for one that we got from Amazon. Other than that, they've all been quite decent. It's just different type of water effects for different purposes. Balsa wood. There is no easier way to sculpt wood parts and create wood texture than using balsa.
Ish equals norm, best
One,
life.
it's super easy to cut apart with just a regular X-Acto or a hobby knife. It's also super easy to carve into, and it's a very light material, meaning that you don't add a ton of extra weight to your basing. The negative thing with balsa though is it costs money, and there are free alternatives, but I'm gonna cover that more later in this video. After I talk about mesh nets. Okay, if you want to do like modern basing, maybe World War stuff, or even sci-fi stuff, having these mesh metal nets is perfect. You can either add it on top of the ground texture, or you can use it to make fences. These are obviously just two examples, but it is usable for a ton of stuff, and if you just Google mesh
Fences,
nets,
that's cool.
Warhammer basing, you're gonna be able to find so many cool stuff that you can do with it. And the best thing is, it doesn't cost a ton, and you don't need...
Well, alright, so we're gonna fucking pause that video because I got to go get a package from the front door. Apparently, I'll be back. Righty, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The next cup. Black. With the Zeus looking Viking. So that's for the misses. She'll be happy with that, I think. Probably should go put my phone on charge. Hang on, that's what was the other thing I was supposed to do. And we got book, remember? Don't forget the book. Got the book. Getting all the stuff and things. $11.
Кепка!
I think I've got to finish Grenadier as well. No, actually, I think I finished Grenadier. It's that fucking explosion one that gives you the fucking bazooka, I think.
Вроде никого.
vedere.
It'll be fucking close, surely. Two more. Very fucking close. Holy shit. What a way to finish that. All the content tonight? Yeah, something like that. I put it in there one time and I've forgotten to take it out. Hope that answers your question. We need to get out. Far away. What I really need though is to hand in that fucking 6B43 armor that's 75% damaged. But I can't seem to either damage it when I'm in raid or find a guard with it on. We don't have no friends who can get in there and fucking do it for me, you know? Fucking shit's having a wobbly today. Computer is actually having a wobbly. Semi here, got a big fish. No stress, man. I'm not worried. You're not at my beck and call, my dude. Don't know what the next one. I think the next one's like a SVSR 25 maybe. SR2M, sorry. Trying to get things like more views on the shit I posted the other day. It just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Killer. Maybe I need to post in the other chat. Okay, I have posted in there. Don't know then. Just gonna have to fucking figure it out. Alright. Done. Test drive done. Test drive part 5. Factory. SR2. Eliminate any target with an SR2. Alright. Fuck. Fucking tiger. Shit, okay. So much crap. Brr. I hope I didn't sell that. I know there's an SR2 sitting around somewhere. Alright. That. Well, at least we have that one. XR2 mag. No. No. Filter by 12. I've got 30. Not a lot, but that'll do. Linked ammo BT 200 7U4 180. Yes. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. What we're gonna do though is make sure we take a bucket ton of those. Use that. What do we got here? Now the fun part. What's the fun part? RTD5. Yep. Is this the last one, you reckon? Or is there another one after this? I still got contraband. Could we do something with that? You remember? The Raptor. Oh, that's right. I got so much shit I just need to sell. Look at all those fucking cards, man. If I go into here, look at you look at this as well. How many cards do I need? All right, let's do it. We got factory key. Let's try this, eh? Grab myself fucking lemonade. Water all over this again. She keeps oh, fuck me. She keeps playing in it. This is why I'm so sick of her. Yeah, I do. I was just finishing something off quickly. Oh, now I can't do anything.
На, блядь, сри, сука!
Well, that happened. I bet you if that's a fucking scav, I'm gonna be pissed. Wonder if that's just a little shitlet that was hiding in the corner. Ah, fucking Zabralo again. Oh, look at that. What a surprise. Little cunt knuckle sitting in the fucking corner. Oh, man. Fucking Zabralo, man. Every time. Ribbit. Ah, fuck it.
Need a lot to make your bases look epic as frick. But now, guys, it is time for chapter number 3. One man's trash, another man's treasure. Okay, as you've noticed, basing can be its own hobby and you can spend a ton of money on it. But here's a few things that I use for pretty much every army in some way or form that is completely free. First and foremost, guys, don't buy sand. Pot of Citadel or Army Painter sand costs, I don't know, what is it, $7-8. If you live somewhere near a playing ground where they have sand, or if you live near a beach, just go and pick a small pot of sand from there. Bake it in the oven for 10-15 minutes and you're good. You've got sand. If you cannot get that, just go to your pet store and buy like 1 kilo bags of sand. And they're gonna cost the same amount of money, but instead of having this small tub of sand, you're gonna have 3 kilos now of mixed sizes of sand. And another thing that kind of goes into the same category is just get some dirt out in the yard. If you have your own yard, pick it from your own yard. If you don't, go into the woods. Get yourself some dirt, but bake it. You don't want any cat pee or dog poo in there. Your minis are gonna smell. One of my favorite basing materials is roots, tree parts, and branches. Because dried up old roots pretty much looks identical to miniature-sized trees. And every time I dig up a tree or a bush or anything from my yard, I just collect all the tiny roots that I can find, and they have what looks like a tree stem and then branches getting out at the top, and it looks fantastic once it's dried. If you don't have your own garden, if you just go into the woods, there's always fallen trees that have the roots uplifted from the ground. And you can use those, just make sure that they have some interesting shape to them, that they branch out. And when you use these, you can go creative. you don't have to just add, you know, one tree sticking right out from the ground. Now you can make it look like there's a root sticking out of the ground. And you can put a miniature on top of that root, making it look really cool, like we did for my orcs from the last edition of Age of Sigmar. Coffee stirrers, chopsticks, and toothpicks. Okay dudes, you know I talked about balsa wood and how easy it was to cut apart. Now let's talk about the free versions. Because these can be found on pretty much any coffee shop, McDonald's, or sushi place. And they can be so versatile you have no idea. You can use it as fencing. You can use it to make small bridges. You can use it as a facade for a wall. You can create a little dock. You can do pretty much anything you want with these tiny wood pieces. The use for these is, and say it with me, near endless. One thing to keep in mind though, whenever you use these things is to cut the edges, make them a bit uneven, because all of these are very uniform, and especially if you're doing fantasy stuff, planks wouldn't be straight, you know, they would have dents, they'd be bent, they'd have some odd edges and stuff. So just make sure that they look a little bit.
Alright, let's try getting more than 3 kills, I guess. I don't know. Are we aiming for 30 here, or was it 50? I don't remember. Fucking 50.
Yes!
I only got 1. Kidding me? Where's that? What a twat! Oh. Fucking talking about being schooled. Jesus. Oh, he did.
Ёп, граната! Вон он, сука!
Fuck, we're lucky there, eh? I don't know if I got that one with a fucking flashbang. That's all I'm worried about. Don't know if I need to worry about that either. Alright, my dude. Thanks for stopping by. There you go. You missed it. 4 fucking players. Thanks for stopping by, Yam. I appreciate you. Making a getaway. Nah, we didn't. We didn't. No. We're just gonna have to run with flashbangs, I think.
The first critic.
I don't even know how much more we got.
Ты куда пошел? Тут наших бьют!
Yeah, keep saying that. Keep them coming! Like in a movie. I got a bad feeling about this. Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it! Goddamn traitor! We got a red here! Damn it!
That's embarrassing.
Damn traitor.
They're just sitting there. They're just sitting in the fucking stairwell. How fucking sad is that? Oh well. Guess we're just gonna wait. Ribbit.
Scam ahead.
These rats, man. Rats are fucking everywhere today. Rats to the left and rats to the right. Alright, we're gonna leave that there for today. We've done an hour, 2.5 hours, so we'll call that quits. I'm gonna jump off, do some shit. Look at that. Bet you that's that dude that was fucking sitting there. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. 700 hour account, just chilling, not doing a thing. Alright, I'll see you fuckers soon. Stay safe, stay toxic. Salada.